Hello and welcome to PS News. I'm Jabari Walker, and here are tonight's top stories. Speaking with reporters during a joint briefing in Pyongyang with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, South Korean President Moon Jae-in said North Korea will permanently close down all engine testing and missile launching. Moon called the decision the beginning of, quote, the era of new war, adding that both sides have decided to remove all threats from the Korean peninsula. In a statement, North Korea said it would be willing to take additional action if the United States takes what it calls corresponding measures. Such action could include the permanent destruction of a nuclear facility. The South Korean leader is visiting Pyongyang for a summit with North Korea's Kim. It's their third summit this year, but the first inside North Korea. Now, you don't have to be a scientist to know breathing polluted air is bad for your health, but a new study shows it may be killing your brain. Researchers in London discovered people living in the most polluted area of the city were 40% more likely to be diagnosed with dementia. Their findings were published in a medical journal, BMJ Open. The scientists admit they only uncovered a link and more studies are needed to determine causation. However, it corroborates a Canadian study that looked at people living near major roadways and a Chinese study linking pollution to reduce cognitive performance. The London researchers also say noise pollution could be an additional contributing factor. According to the World Health Organization, dementia is the 7th leading cause of death in the world. An estimated 47 million people suffer from it worldwide. That number is expected to reach 75 million by 2030. Actor Jack Black received his star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame on Tuesday. School of Rock director Richard Linklater and writer Mike White gave speeches about Black during the ceremony. Black told the crowds that he wanted a star since he was a kid. He also told his fans he would do Jumanji 2 and one more installment in the Kung Fu Panda series before he retires. Black will be seen starring opposite Cate Blanchett in The House with a Clock in Its Walls, set for release on September 21st. President Trump will visit areas impacted by Hurricane Florence today. The president will visit both North Carolina and South Carolina to see the devastation firsthand. Mr. Trump will visit Myrtle Beach and Cherry Point, North Carolina. Trump won't be alone on the trip. Republican Senators Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott will fly on Air Force One as well. By the end of this year, Amazon is expected to be the third biggest ad platform in the U.S. That's according to a report by the research firm eMarketer. It says more and more people are starting their product research on Amazon instead of internet search engines. That means Amazon could get more money for its advertising on its site. The eMarketer report says that Amazon will have a 4.2% share of the market by the end of this year, moving ahead of Microsoft and Oath, which is the Verizon subsidiary that owns AOL and Yahoo. But that's not enough to get within striking distance of the industry leaders Google and Facebook. They control a combined 57.7% of the digital ad market. That's all we had for you tonight. From PS News, this is Jabari Walker signing off. Good night, Plattsburgh.